City's team.
Calvin.
Okay. Oh yeah, Josh Allen. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, only
Fucking
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. How many leagues did he win me? And then he beat my fucking Alvin Kamara 6-touchdown game. That was the worst thing that happened to me. Was that Kamara 6-touchdown game? I didn't even set my lineup. I didn't even bother. I was like, it's fucking over. It's done. And then I lose. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We're live right now. Not that it matters. I mean, we're having to record to one of my other channels and then gonna take that file and dump it onto.
So I need to get on your other channel and see the chat, right?
Yeah, well, you'll be able to see the chat in StreamYard, or you should be able to, because it'll take any comment that's made on that stream. Heard it in group me. I should. Come on, you piece of shit computer.
Do you guys know Andrew Hall? He's
no.
Fantasy. I think he writes for Fantasy Pros and a couple other sites.
I'm sure I've seen his stuff.
Yeah, he's our new co-host on Junkies.
Nice. Are you still doing Trade Addicts too, or just the Junkies now?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do Trade Addicts whenever Russ needs me. You know, like I'm pretty much his backup. Like I host like when he's not there, typically. So I don't get as many opportunities, but I've been on a few times too as just like a co-host. But it's usually more like when Russ can't do it that I'm the one who jumps in because I know how to do all the stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Do the things and the stuff.
Do the things and the stuff.
All right. Well, we're live and we shared the link in Group Me. So if anyone wants to join, they can.
Sweet.
But should we get started? First of all, we're roasting our own league, Prime Dynasty 101. This is the second season of the league. Who won last year? Was that you, Scott?
Yes, I won until the last game.
Oh, so you didn't win. That's right.
I was the first loser.
Oh, and Titties won, but then he left.
Kamara really screwed me. I mean, I don't know what he was doing. He only scored 6 touchdowns, and I really needed like 7. So, what are you going to do?
Lose, apparently.
Yeah, lose. So the champion is gone. Will this be a trend?
Well, I'm not planning on going anywhere, so probably not.
Okay. We will find out.
All right. So to start off, should we just get the obvious out of the way and discuss this 12th place team?
Yeah, let's we should all be. I mean, I have 2 teams significantly lower than the other.
I didn't want to go on Mick this early though. Mick, are you sure you're ready for this?
No.
Yeah,
there's 2 teams. Well, let's see. I think in my grading scale, there's 2 teams that are one that is actually 3.5 points below the next closest team, and then that team is 3.5, almost 3.5 points below the next closest team. So there's 2 teams that I think are pretty obviously at the bottom. For me, we haven't compared our rankings at all, so I guess let's just who do you guys have as number 12?
This one's going to be a shocker.
It's not the senior. It's not the third.
Yeah, it's Junior.
That's right.
Yeah, I think that's a consensus. We can get that.
It's close though. I have them pretty close. But
You have
keep
it
in mind,
close?
I don't factor in draft capital because I don't know what you're going to do with your draft capital. So
Okay.
I can't factor that in.
Okay. All right. I'm not really factoring draft capital in a whole lot, but Junior's draft capital is, for me, he had like the third worst draft capital.
Ooh.
Because I'm just taking into account first and seconds for the next 2 years, thirds and
Okay.
fourths. I
Don't matter.
I care about them,
Yeah.
but they're
They
not
need
going to
nothing
turn
right
their
now.
team around.
Right.
And he just has the 122 first. He doesn't have a second this year, and he doesn't have his first or second next year. So,
Okay.
or
Yeah, that's
for 2023. So he's kind of lacking in that department.
I'm looking back at our 2020 ranking show, and Junior came in 12th last year. So
consistent.
consistency
Yeah,
for sure.
inconsistent.
Good job,
let's
Junior.
just-
That's
Should we
That's
discuss
hard to do, man.
this roster?
it's hard to do.
Should we
Yeah,
spend
let's
any
go over the
time
highlights.
talking about it?
The
guess-
highlights.
Quarterback, he's got Carr, Jimmy G, and Zach Wilson.
So he has maybe a quarterback, but he plays for the Jets and they can't even sign him.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Carr.
Carr's a great third quarterback, but you don't want him leading your team. And right now, until Wilson does something,
Yeah, like
it's
third to
Carr.
last in the 32. Yeah.
Yep.
I think Carr might have a bounce back here comparative to what everybody thinks he's going to do, but
Just
I
because
don't
you
want him
love
as a
Brian
QB1.
Edwards.
Well, I mean, I think him and Ruggs are both going to take a step forward. I mean,
I don't think Ruggs can.
they had nothing last year.
Ruggs can
They had
only
Aguilar.
step forward. He can't go backwards.
True.
That's true. Or he could, be John Ross.
Yeah, I was pretty high on John Ross, but man, that's a low bar.
There's
Yikes.
always that. He could do worse. It's
Does
possible.
Junior have any other players of note?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
Etienne,
Who?
Yeah, mixed boy. Etienne, isn't he your 101?
Running back.
I felt like going.
Well, yeah, non-super flex. Sorry, yeah.
I felt like going a little off the wall in AAF.
Oh,
so
okay.
I had enough.
He's just so stacked. He can just do whatever he wants.
Well, that
It's
was a
true.
good chess play because if you take Etienne first, then you got 3 Najee Harrises and you have the 104 to boost up the value. But
Yeah,
probably
and I got
smart.
value for it. But then he has Jones and Etienne, and then Juju, Sutton, Devontae Smith, Waddle. His best tight end is Dalton Schultz. So
yeah, that's the kicker for me that dropped him way below everybody else's
As a
tight end. He's got nothing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 11.
it's 11. Who Ross?
My number
This one's
11
easy
is
me.
going to be, to quote Steve, Tweedledee and Tweedledummer, or whatever he says about them. I've got the co-owners at number 11. But it's close.
Okay. I actually have them at 10.
I have them at 10 as well.
Yeah, actually, I do have an actual tie, actually. They came in 11 because of the way it sorted it, but I got it tied for 10th.
With
With the count.
The count
Yep.
himself.
Yep. That one's.
I actually had a very slight edge for Junior almost until the tight ends, and then that killed it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tight end sink that ship.
So I
I mean, not that counts as much better, but
I mean, I would say in a tight end premium league, you probably won at least one halfway decent tight end.
Well, yeah, but the counts quarterbacks are also, in my opinion, significantly better. It's Kyler and Justin Fields to Carr and Zach Wilson.
Oh
yes.
yeah, no, I had the
Yes.
count above Junior. I'm just saying, like, he has no tight ends, and it's a tight end premium league, so that's gonna be a hard hole to dig out of.
Right. Yeah, the count's going to need some receivers. I had him as the weakest wide receiver group. So
Michael
yeah,
Thomas
that's
going
definite
down really
weakness.
hurt him.
Definite weakness.
I actually had a
Well-
weaker group.
You got a weaker group?
Mm-hmm.
I had one really close too, so I'll be curious to see if it's the same.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that one.
I'm guessing we kind of all have the same for that one.
Yeah, it might be.
But yeah, Michael Thomas going down for him, that was kind of a death blow. He knows he needs to.
No, sorry, go ahead.
Well, okay, it wasn't a death blow because he knows he needs to rebuild, and he's been trying to rebuild for a while. He just wants too much for the pieces that he has, in my opinion. I was trying like hell to buy Kyler from him before I got quarterbacks. I just couldn't get a deal done with him.
Well, let's define down, because that's probably going to be a little bit polarizing for some people that read into. There's more that read the tea leaves. He doesn't like his situation. He probably doesn't want to play. He's going to drag his feet on coming back. Or maybe take it more literally and say he might be out the first 3 weeks and he's back ready to go.
Even so, who's throwing him the ball?
I mean, if it's Jameis, he chunks it all over the place. So I don't know. I think it's too much up in the air to
the slot master. I don't think so.
Yeah, slant boy needs to work on his route tree, but I mean, he does dominate the slants.
He can't do anything else. He didn't learn anything in college.
So you think even if he only misses a couple games and he's healthy with Jameis, he's just going to be a pedestrian receiver?
Yeah, he sucks.
All right, now you're getting a little out of control. He doesn't.
Okay,
suck.
he might be a wide receiver too.
Without Breeze, I think you could honestly make the argument that he'd be a wide receiver too this year, even if he was healthy.
At best.
Oh, all right. The wide receiver position is deep enough that I could see someone making that argument. I wouldn't personally, but someone could.
So are you saying I should trade for him?
Trade for him.
Okay.
I wouldn't, but because he's 28 and a half.
I'd trade for him. I got rejected though last night.
Well,
I sent Gallup for him, got rejected. He responded with Cup and Gallup. So then I countered adding Ruggs, which according to you guys should have been an easy thing for him to accept, but he rejected me.
well, the problem is anyone that has Ruggs actually thinks that Ruggs can do anything other than run in a straight line.
No, but I do love the people that think Waddle is Ruggs.
Oh,
Waddle is not even close to Ruggs.
No.
not completely different players. They just happen to both be roughly the same size and went to the same school.
And both are really fast.
Yeah.
So which team are we diving into here? Are we diving into the count or Pinkley and the Brain?
Let's go 10.
Yeah, let's jump up to 10.
I think we already have that consensus.
Yeah. We're all
So they have Nick Chubb. Congratulations. They could have had multiple pieces for him, but they declined my offers. So I guess
they declined everyone's offers.
Chubb. I don't know
Everyone's
why a
very
timeshare
generous offers.
non-pass catching running back is worth so much, but what are you going to do?
With bad knees.
His value is only going down.
Oh, Junior just hopped in the chat. We've got most people in here now, so you want to give Junior an update of his team that we already went over?
Yeah, go ahead and read.
Junior, where are your tight ends? What happened to your tight ends? I guess we'll just keep talking while we wait for a response.
Let's just keep talking and wait for his response.
Well, I just want to say on my 1 to 5 scale, he got a 0, so that's where he's at.
I suppose because Schultz isn't even a starter right now, technically.
No,
I have a 40 to 100 scale, so a little bit different, but he got a 45, which is just a step above, like a really rare, terrible.
Schultz got him 5 points.
Well, I did it much differently. I just went through and ranked everyone 1 through 12 and then averaged it out.
Okay, so it's a relative rankings.
Yes. Juniors had 2
Taylor
12s.
will do you when we do you, and you'll know.
And you'll like it.
God damn it, and you can't
Scott
hear.
came in
Son of
hot
a
tonight.
bitch. All right.
He's
Is there
probably got
anything else to talk
Aaron
about
Rodgers pee-pee in his ear.
on Tweedledee and Tweedledum's team here? Because
Their
really
wide
all they have is
receivers
Nick Chubb.
I love. Well, they have wide receivers. They have Ayuk, Chase, Terrence
Yeah,
Marshall.
they're just really. I mean, they're really young.
They
They're
got-
great.
They have
So they
Fitz
have a
and
bunch of
Fant.
guys that went to the same school and we don't even know if they can play. Cool. All right, we'll see.
What?
Yeah, I
Ayuk?
actually had the receivers
Oh,
a
yes.
step below the count just because they're young. I mean, obviously in the future, but when I do these rankings, I'm looking at this year and the future, not just the future. So
Right.
See, I must be much higher than on Ayuk than you guys. I think. He could be a
Yeah, I
top
think
12
you are.
wide receiver this year.
yeah, I don't know. With Kittle coming back and Debo may be healthy for half the season, I think it's just TBD on Ayuk. He's got potential though.
It really depends on how Trey Lance develops and or plays. If he doesn't play at all, it's a good thing for Ayuk. If he plays,
Yeah.
it's probably not. Just because Garoppolo is better than what the quarterbacks that he was playing with at the end of the year. But
Yeah.
I mean, they have it's a good nucleus to build around.
Okay.
That's about
I'll give them that.
all you can say about it.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. I mean, long term, it looks a lot better if you're looking at just long term. But when you factor in 2021, it just drops them down for me.
So we get
Has
to the
there
next
ever
team,
been a
'cause I'm-
receiver who missed a whole year and came out and crushed the NFL?
Well, there might be one. Jamar
Yeah,
Chase
exactly.
could be that guy. I don't know.
So,
We'll
I
see.
mean, when it happens, it'll be history. So I'm not going to bet on history. I'll bet against
No, I
it,
think
and
he's
more
going
often
to
than
start
not.
slow. But
Well,
he does.
listen. He
does
has a
already have the
quarterback, but
chemistry.
who's blocking?
Yeah.
Well, they picked up like 3 new linemen this year, didn't they? Drafted one and signed a couple.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's a lot of.
I don't know the
Yes.
details. I just know they changed some on the line.
Elliott, I don't know that he missed the whole year before he had that crazy year.
He missed quite. He jumped around a lot in college. I don't know
Josh
if he
Gordon missed a
actually-
whole year
I don't know if he missed a
before
whole
he
year.
had that wide receiver 1 year.
Oh no! Are you expecting?
He had
are
some
people
he had
actually
some troubles
expecting
in
Chase?
college.
Yeah, but I don't think he disappeared for. It's going to be like literally 21 months or something since he played. I mean, that's
Well, I think the closest comparison would be maybe
The running back from Ohio State that had all those gun charges went to Denver. Claret.
Maurice
Didn't he miss a
Claret,
yeah.
another criminal, typical from that school.
year? Okay, I'm glad you clarified with from that school right there, Scott.
From that school.
Yeah.
All right,
I
let's
mean-
move on to 9 because my 9.
Well,
makes me
before we
happy.
move on, I just want to. I saw Junior in the chat saying, "Did we talk about his non-tight ends?" And yes, we did. They were a lot better, but your
We
tight
did.
ends
It
sunk
took
you
about
to
6
the 12th
seconds.
spot.
That was it. Sorry you missed it.
I like angry Scott. You know that's why I came up with your name, Lord Chicken McDicken, because sometimes you got in the chat and just picking a dick to everybody.
Well, he just jumps in and says 5
Just
things.
fire.
They're all
Yeah.
assholes.
Funnier that way.
It's
You know.
true. It is funnier.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Josh Gordon played his last college year 2010, first NFL year of 2012, so he did miss a year.
He did because he was supplemental draft,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
But then he took
Jamar
some
Chase,
time.
the new Josh Gordon.
Gordon didn't come out of the gates swinging though.
Well, 50 for 805 and 5 touchdowns, not bad.
No, not for a rookie.
Damn,
Yeah, then
Junior with the
second
zinger.
year was the
That's
Yes, that is true. That is true.
yeah. The live chat is on fire right now. For those of you
that's
not-
assuming that Corey actually does that.
Hey, leave Corey alone.
Why?
All right, number 9 team. Where the
Okay,
count? Do
number
we go to
9.
the count team, or do we just
No,
touch on
we,
one of this?
we've touched on this.
We
counts
we
team.
did. We did.
No, he's down there at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Number 9. Number
My
9
number
for me.
9.
I have no idea. There's some logo. I don't know what his team name is, but
Tebow.
yep.
Really? Let me see.
Yeah, I've
Numero
actually got him tied with you right there for that number 8 spot, Scott.
I have Taylor at 8. My 9 is Steve.
Interesting.
My bias may have come in on that one just because I hate
I might have.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not even close there.
Yeah, me
No?
either.
Yeah.
Why do you hate Steve, Nick? Let's get into this bias.
I don't hate Steve. I just love to pick on him.
Is it the
But
comics?
Is it
Is it
because
the
he's a
man purse?
jackrabbit?
No, Steve's not a jackrabbit. That's Corey.
Is it because he's playing bocce ball right now?
I just figure you think everyone's a jackrabbit.
No. For me, the reason I had Steve so low was one, his quarterbacks. Granted, Dak boosts them up quite a bit.
His quarterbacks do suck.
They suck.
Yeah,
His
they're pretty
running
bad.
backs suck. You have CMC and Carson and nothing. You can guarantee Carson being hurt at least one game. If CMC goes down, he's royally screwed. His wide receivers, all right, they're not horrible. They're good. I can't really say anything because AJ Brown is pretty
Yeah, he has the best wide receivers in the league.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I
got him tied with one other team, but he's up there.
Yeah, I have him tied with one other, but yes.
Yeah. But then you go to his tight ends. It's Evan Ingram.
You see his depth at receiver, though? I mean, that depth is insane.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not bad.
It's insane.
It's not bad. But he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys that
I've five top 36 receivers, I think.
Okay. That's 2 more than me.
He's got 6, 7 if you think Gallup's going to bounce back, like top 36 receivers.
I'm looking at it more from a biased, ageist mindset.
Okay.
But no, I said his wide receivers weren't bad. But then you go to his tight ends, they're easily bottom 4 in the league.
They're meh. Yeah, they're average.
So, I mean, I can make an argument for him at 9.
Tight ends don't matter or something like that.
Apparently running backs don't either because he has 2 that you want to start on a weekly basis.
Well, that's discounting Carson and the Seattle.
Well, neither of them play, so I don't think he really has any. Did either of them play a total of like 5 games last year?
A total? I don't know how many Carson played because I've never owned him in my life.
I think he played like 3, and CMC played 3. So yeah, they did.
They played 6. Well, that wasn't full games though.
Connor gets hurt. Drake hit the injury list, I think today or yesterday.
But even if Drake isn't hurt, are you going to want to play him?
Yeah. No. I mean, you only have to start, I think, two running backs.
Listen, all you need is Devin Singletary to go off one time against Mick in the playoffs.
Well,
that's all you need. 175-yard touchdown run. That's all he did all season.
The best play of his life.
His entire yeah.
What a dick. Doing his job.
Yeah, but that's my dick.
It's pretty small.
He is. He is
anyway, so who's your guys' number 9? Since it's not Steve.
So for me, it's Taylor and Scott are tied for number 8 for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I have I have Tebow next 9.
Yeah, let's go Tebow's team.
Yeah.
I have him at 8, so I will concede.
Close enough.
His team it's meh everywhere.
He's got the lunch pail quarterbacks. I mean, they'll keep you in there. Nothing super exciting.
Right. No one elite, but good ones.
No. His running backs are worse than Steve's.
Yeah, lacking some depth there, but some potential. Some week-to-week potential, I should say.
Oh, yeah. He's got upside, but he also could get nothing from Derrick Henry and Hunt. So his wide receivers, though, are pretty nice. Well,
receivers
his top
are good.
3 are pretty nice. it kind of falls off a cliff after the top three, but in Hopkins, Julio, Terry, and then his next best is maybe Parker.
Yeah.
But
done.
his tight ends are
That's the killer for me.
That are if Junior's tight ends weren't so god awful, I could maybe argue that his are worse.
I have one other team in between them, but bottom three for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely bottom three. Because Komet has some upside, so I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
And then Higbee, I mean, he had that flash 3 years ago.
After Dalton gets benched and Fields busts in 3 years, when we get another quarterback, Komet is going to be really good.
Well, on a different team.
Komet 2025.
When he's no longer a Bear.
That's right. He'll Greg Olsen us.
Olsen was kind of good for a year. Anyway, so Taylor's 8. Who do you guys have at 7?
Well, Taylor was 9, no?
Yeah, Taylor's 9. Yeah. Who do you guys have at 8?
I got Scott there.
I have Elliott there.
I have Elliott at 7.
Oh, making Elliott mad. Scott and Elliott, that's a good beef for the league. The inactive guys calling out Elliott.
He has better tight ends, yes. I have better receivers. I have the best running back, and my quarterbacks are better by far.
Your quarterbacks are significantly better.
Yes, which is the most important in a super flex.
Yep. I actually prefer Elliott's running backs.
I do as a group. I'm just saying I have the best.
As a group, yeah.
I've got you way ahead on quarterback and tied on running back.
Simply because Kamara is
the RB1 spot is so important. It's the highest weekly advantage you can have over your opponent, other than Travis Kelce, and you have to have an elite one. Like, you can fill in that RB2 spot. There's always enough. I mean, I can start Devin Singletary and get a 25-point game, or Jamal Williams, or whoever. Like, but depth wise, he's got a far better overall running back position.
Really, after his second one, it kind of also drops off.
He's got no depth at all on any of his positions.
No, he's thinner.
If he gets one injury, he's going down towards the bottom.
Oh yeah. And then he doesn't have any picks, like literally none for the next 2 years.
I have him pretty average across the board, and then good tight ends, but then basically no depth. So that's why I have him at 8.
I have him at 7, so we can put him at 8. That's fine with me.
I also don't have depth necessarily at running back or receiver, but I do at quarterback, and that's currency. Plus, I have my picks, so I just feel like there's more opportunity there.
Oh yeah, no, I have Scott at 6, so. And Elliott.
I have him slightly edging the receivers for you, Scott, but I have his tight ends making up that gap for the quarterbacks.
I would. Yeah.
I'm a big Hawk guy, though. I mean, I've got Hawk as a top.
I do too.
Sure.
I do too. I mean, he has my 3rd highest tight end grade in the league. So.
Well, I mean, how would you rank your tight ends? I mean, Jonnu and Jarwin are kind of
mine's
to me,
like the 3rd weakest group in the league.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. I think that gap just makes up the gap for the quarterbacks for me.
I gotcha. Okay, all right, that's fair.
But especially I will say, I was talking to Nick pre-show. My rankings came out pretty smudged together this year compared to last year. Last year there was a lot. And this year they're one thing could change, and these are moving all over the place.
I think the bottom 2 for sure, and then the next 2, but then from 8 to 3 is pretty much splitting hairs.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
Okay, so we kind of dove through those.
so
there you go.
Elliott at 8 then.
Yeah, that'll work.
Elliott at 8.
Well, I'm
I
gonna
guess we're
do our
fighting about.
consensus ranks at the end, and just like
Okay.
keep them what you have, and then Mick keep the way, and I'll average them out, and we'll do it that way at the
Yeah.
end.
Got
Sounds good. So then we're on to 7.
Yes.
Yep.
7, which I had Elliott at 7. So
This is my lowest receiver score of the league team.
hold on.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. And that would be
All
Hot
right.
Rodders.
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
He just has not a lot of guys I love. He's got a little bit of depth, but it's just a lot of guys I'm just not really into.
The only person with lower wide receivers for me was the Count, and that's just
Yeah.
'cause, I mean, it's literally Michael Thomas and then
Same.
Antonio Brown for the
Same.
Count, whereas Cody has Pittman, Ruggs, Landry.
Well, you
Hardman.
can't count Ruggs. You guys dismissed Ruggs already. On the show.
He has upside.
He's got it's Pittman versus Thomas. That's what it is.
Well, no, it's Landry versus Thomas, and then Pittman
take
versus
Pittman over
Antonio
Landry.
Brown, Hardman, which I'm sure he loves Hardman. I'm sure, being that he's a
Now,
Chiefs
Amari
fan.
Rodgers does take a nice boost if Aaron Rodgers likes him. But that's, I mean,
But I mean,
he's a
they're
good
bringing
receiver.
in
But if you get on
Cobb,
his
so-
bad side, yeah, I don't know. I have 0 shares of Amari Rodgers because I'm too nervous about that situation.
All right, can we go back and just address Elliott being pissed about his wide receivers?
Yeah, Chenault is not my number 3, but thanks, bud.
Hold on.
He's giving
You
himself
got
fuel
Hill,
for this
Ridley,
year.
Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson's your number 3. Chenault's your 4. Elliott's number 3 is Corey Davis versus Deontay Johnson, and then Judy versus Chenault.
Let's just Deontay Johnson. What, 88 for 1,000 last year with like a no arm quarterback? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Pretty shitty number
Chenault-
3, let me tell you.
Chenault outscored Judy. Ridley's gonna. Your top 2 are close, Elliott. It's debatable between the 2.
I like Elliott's
Dynasty-wise,
personally, but I love Jefferson.
Dynasty-wise, I would prefer Elliott's top 2, but then it's when you get down to Judy
Yes.
and Corey Davis versus Ridley or Deontay Johnson and Chenault. That's where the difference is for me, especially because I think Chenault. Ridley's not overrated.
I'm just gonna say Hill and
He's
Ridley
just boring.
finished
He's just
2
boring.
and 5 last year, and Jefferson and Metcalf were 6 and 7. But the points per game difference, I had an advantage of 7 points per game there from those 2.
Well, Jefferson started off pretty slow.
Yeah,
Ridley's
no, I mean we're not
rookie.
looking at last year. We're going forward, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's
Can we just
2
address
top 5
Ridley being
receivers and
overrated?
another high.
Well,
end
you have to look at
2.
You have to look at this from Elliott's point of view. He literally started a website just to write an article about Jerry Jeudy. That's how much he loves the guy. He started his Dynasty under umbrella because his love of Jeudy was so much he just had to share it with the world. And he loves Corey Davis from back in the day, so definitely some bias coming
Elliott.
from that.
Hill.
I
is
definitely
26.
agree that I would rather have
26.
his than mine as far as like 3 years from now, but it was proven last year who's our better, who scored more points.
Ooh. Snap.
It's just facts. So I don't know what's the argument.
The count just showed up and missed his team talk. He said he wished that we did the shows in the leagues where he didn't have an ass juice team.
That's all right. We all got to have some rebuilds. That's all right.
Oh, all right.
I mean, listen, you could be junior thinking you're competing and you should be rebuilding. So at least you know you're rebuilding.
Oof. Elliott, if Scott wins this year, he's playing off of free money for the next 3 years. And his wide receivers are better than yours right now. Yours could turn around. It's possible Judy could learn how to catch the football.
And
Maybe.
doesn't quit on his team in the middle of the season because he was open. His quarterback didn't throw it.
Is that how Judy talks? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that was actually a clip from him. That was
okay.
I just played that.
Oh.
So
That was an audio clip from Jerry Judy.
yeah.
All right.
For the
So,
record, I'll take
where were
Elliott's
we?
receivers. We were
I would
on
too.
Hot
I would
Rodders.
too.
Hot Rodders.
We all agree that we would prefer Elliott's long term.
Okay.
But for right now and this year and next year, I want Scott's long term.
Let's just put Elliott at 11 every year, so every year he can say, "Remember, you guys had me 11th on that show. You remember that?"
Remember the time when I finished 5th, but you ranked me 11? I was still better than that. I lost, but I was better than that.
Yeah. What did you
finished-
guys rank me last year?
Last
9?
year, yeah, 10.
10. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, yeah, no, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 10.
Yeah.
You had yourself
Was
7.
Your team?
You had yourself 7.
Okay. And then I made a trade.
I wouldn't.
And then I went to the top. I had 3 weeks off. My team was too well rested. I had 3 bye weeks.
Well, the funny part is I'm looking at these last year, and Elliott was consensus 9 ahead of you, Scott. But you personally had him 11, and that's what he's holding on to. You thought we all ranked him 11. It was just because you had him at 11. It just takes that fuel, that's what motivates him for the year.
So what you're saying is my rankings were more accurate. All right, I got it. Okay.
Elliott, only Scott had you 11 last year. Consensus, you were 9.
9. You still finished much better than that at 4th behind me and Scott.
Scott, actually, I'm looking at this. Where do you think Mick had you last year, Scott?
11.
Probably
12.
way
12. Okay,
Yeah,
I knew it was.
I'm
I
sure
knew it
I
was
did
low.
because I hated his running backs.
That's right. I predicted record years from Russell Wilson and Alvin Kamara and Calvin Ridley and Deontay Johnson and Tyreek Hill. Yeah, I'm pretty screwed.
Well, that's why you're on
Sounds like,
podcasts.
but hey, what are you gonna do?
All right.
Okay, so let's
we
get
were
back
talking
to
about
Hot
Cody's
Rodders.
Yeah, so Cody is 7 then.
Yeah, his quarterbacks. Lamar's nice. Tua and
I've
Trey
got him
Lance
3rd.
for quarterbacks.
Yeah, I like his.
I have him
quarterbacks.
4.
The depth and the upside, yeah.
Yeah, I have 4.
Yeah, I actually have his quarterbacks really high too.
Yeah. So his quarterback
3rd.
room's good.
Yeah.
His where'd you guys have his running backs?
Just average.
Pretty average, maybe even a little low. But his tight ends were
Yep.
like what, second,
Yeah,
first
I
or
had
second?
I had his tight ends 2nd.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
sorry, I had him 2nd.
Basically, yeah, and his wide receivers were 11, which
Yeah.
the
12
wide
for me.
receiver, if his wide receivers were a little bit better, he has it's a good young team with a lot to build around. And the thing is, for me, he has the 2nd highest draft capital over the next 2 years.
Yeah, he's got some picks.
He's got 4
22
firsts.
picks, right?
Yeah, he has 4 22s, 2022 firsts. He has 4 of them, and then a 2023 second. So that's why he's 2nd for draft capital. Steve.
Yeah, and I mean that's how you got to do it. If you have the quarterbacks and tight ends, and then you load up on those picks, and then you just fill them up, running backs, receivers. You can easily get a receiver. You can pick up like a freaking Nelson Aguilar last year for nothing, and he'll elevate your team. So I like it. I like where it's going.
It's a good build.
Yeah, and Cody mentioned in the chat that he's got picks, though. For me personally, I'm not factoring those in because you don't know how people are going to draft or trades are going to happen. So I'm kind of just dismissing those while, including them in the outlook, but not in the rankings, if that makes sense.
And Elliot, I didn't
factor
say
picks into
anything
your
against Judy. I don't care about Judy. Like I don't care about him. He was a bitch last year, so I'm just calling him out for that, for quitting on his team. But I don't think he's like bad. So I would gladly bet you on a different player, but it's not gonna be him.
Okay.
Corey Davis versus LaVisca.
Should we move on from Cody's team to?
Yeah. Did we talk about his tight ends, Kittle, and they're pretty good?
Yeah, we touched on that. He has the 2nd best. I mean, basically,
Second
it's
best
Kittle.
group.
Yeah, Kittle, Robert Tonyan, and then Thomas.
Yeah.
Which
I agree with all that.
His third tight end is better than a lot of teams' first tight end. So
Yes.
Well, his fourth is better than Junior's first.
His ninth best tight end is better than all of Junior's combined.
Yeah.
So
yeah, his Noah Gray.
Junior, you do know this is tight end premium, right? Like you have to start one.
And they score a lot.
They do. They do.
Okay. So
Elliot, you're lucky I don't factor in picks. You would be like 13 out of 12.
Oh, shit. Okay, so moving on from Cody's team. Wait, were we on Cody's team?
Yeah, that was 7, or at least for me.
Okay. That was 7 for you?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I have myself 6th. So
you had yourself
that's probably right there in the range with you guys. What'd you say, 8th?
I had you 6th.
Yeah, I had you 8th, yeah.
6 and 8. So yeah, okay. Oh,
I
6.
actually had Cody's team 4th overall. So
okay.
So then we've covered who is your 6th team, Ross?
So I had a tie for 5th, Elliot and the Red Beard Racer.
Okay.
I had Redbeard 5th as well.
I had Calvin.
AKA the shell of the champion who sold all of his picks and bounced for Bible thumping.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
I heard Cody got that book, so
so when he
I'm curious
wins
to
and
see what happens if he's gonna find Jesus.
Well, he'll still have Corey to cover his team, so as long as he
Junior, does Titties ever regret leaving Prime? Do you ever talk to him at all? Just let us know in the comments if you do.
Well,
Okay,
wait. So
Calvin's team.
if hold on, if Cody leaves, what is that team left then? Is it left with Tweedledee or Tweedledum? Because those are the type of questions that I ask.
I think Cody is Tweedledee Tweedle, and then Corey is just dumb. I might be wrong. I don't know.
All he brings is the dumb.
No, I'm just giving Cody bullshit.
Cody's team did go from being like
he was ahead of my team before.
He was
Corey
sitting
came
pretty
in.
good, probably going to get a bye to rebuilding in the matter of 2 weeks that Corey came in and nuked it.
Corey's just left with Tweedle.
Huh. Interesting.
All right.
Okay, so we're on to Calvin's team.
Yeah.
Heard from Calvin?
Yeah, let's go with Calvin's team
today.
So the highlights are his tight ends.
Well, yeah, his tight ends. And
Calvin has the best tight end in the league. He has so much tight end that he has extra tight end. I mean, it's amazing.
His ends are very tight.
Oh yeah. Isn't he a ginger too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why he's the Redbeard Racer.
Oh man.
Well, I don't know what you're saying too about. I have a little red in my beard, but I'm blonde. Well, I grew up blonde, more brown. Oh, Mick. Is Mick a ginge?
He went with that car behind him, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, his quarterbacks are not very good. But
his number one quarterback makes up for a lot of inadequacies.
You mean the guy we should all be selling because he's coming off a historic year? Yeah, I agree.
But I'm not saying that I'm going to not sell him, but
did he make any trades? Because this is the championship team.
Pretty much.
He's quarterback. So what happens? Yeah,
he's had to have made trades. Yeah,
I don't think so.
Got that. What's his running back situation look like? Zeke, Montgomery, Fournette, David Johnson, Moss.
It's decent.
That's not bad.
Kind of slightly above average. Yeah.
Wide receiver, Claypool, Lockett, Thielen, Woods.
I'm actually traded before we switched over.
I
Was it
show
just as-
I show nothing as far as this year.
I'm going to check 2020 because he had to. I mean, there's no way that he won with just Josh Allen last year.
I'm telling you, he did. He went nuts.
He didn't have a second quarterback.
Listen, I was there.
You were there and you
I
lost.
had
You were
Kamara,
that.
and I lost. I remember.
Yeah, the last trade that Titties made was in October.
It's not a glasses necklace.
How in the hell did what?
It's my Bluetooth.
He only had Josh Allen and won the championship. That really happened.
Well, he was just starting Mark Andrews as a super flex.
Yeah, I mean that's a
Well,
good
you
thing.
can
But what
start-
about Josh Allen's bye week? Who did he start on the bye week? I gotta look into this further.
He didn't need one apparently.
Oh, he had Breeze at some point.
Oh, plot thickens. Yeah, Jordan Love. He's got.
Yeah.
All right, so while you guys try to figure that out, basically this team is old. He needs to do some stuff because it's old and it's not, in my opinion, not good enough to win again, especially with just Josh Allen as quarterback. But yeah, we all had it fifth, so it's right where you don't want to be. Just good enough to not get a high pick.
Right.
I can't believe this. I forgot about this. Week 11, Josh Allen's bye week. This guy started Chase Daniel for Detroit, got 0 points, and he still put up 203 on the week. And he beat Elliott 203 to 181. I'm sure Elliott remembers that week.
Yeah, Elliott.
He didn't even
Jeez.
start a quarterback. He had no quarterbacks.
And he still won. Well, I
Old
guess
man,
I'm going to go
Thielen,
buy a
Woods,
book.
yeah.
Sometimes you have a
Go
golden
buy the
horseshoe
book.
and there's nothing you can do.
Kalen Balaj and Chase
Oh,
Daniel.
Jesus.
High point of the week.
It's called Jesus, Scott. He had God on his side.
Clearly.
Oh, my gosh.
Clearly.
I'm
Well,
going
this game was rigged last year. How do we undo
I'm going to
that?
ask Titties what that book was. Because if I can win all of my leagues just by finding God and then quit, all right.
Every time I tell people I had Kamara, they're like, oh, man, wow, that must have been awesome. And then I say, yeah, and I lost.
Well, you know what? You got lucky the week before. You just shouldn't have even been in that situation.
You would have got much worse.
Not much worse, just like 10 points.
Josh Allen went nuclear.
Oh, I know.
Wow.
All right. So this team got lucky last year. He needs to start rebuilding. Calvin, trade me some shit. Namely Josh Allen, because apparently he's a
Tight ends.
sell.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I need a tight end there, Ginger. Let me get some of that sweet ass.
All right. So who's you guys' was that 5 or 6?
That was 5 for me.
5, yeah, 5 for me. Too.
He's my 5. Okay. So then we're moving on to 4.
Yep.
Is that a live cricket in your garage, Mick?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm in the
I wasn't
garage.
sure if you were using sound effects over there while we were waiting to look at our rankings. Like, wow, he's on top of it.
He's a well-trained cricket.
Is it like just like
Filled
Jiminy?
with that air.
Yeah.
What?
Let's look and see who's number 4. Chirp, chirp.
Chirp. I had Cody at 4.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Cody was okay.
No, not. Yeah, Cody.
No, not Tweedledum.
No. I had Cody
Yeah,
at 4.
Elliot, I
but
had you
know
tied to
guys-
5th, but we already talked about your team. So number 4, I've got Blair at number 4.
Okay.
I don't know who that is, but I have
Have you met Blair yet, Scott? Have you really not
I
met
don't
Blair?
think he's talked.
I don't know what a Blair is. I have
It's the Blair Witch
Empire
Project.
and Decepticons pretty close here.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
we'll say
Cool.
that's Blair
Yeah.
because it sounds like Ross has
And
Scott.
someone else. But it's definitely not me. And there's only 2 people left, so but I'm not gonna say.
All right. So should we talk about Blair's team?
Yeah, Decepticons.
Yeah, that works.
I had Blair at 3.
With those tight ends?
Yeah, the tight end's the only thing keeping him back from number 1, really.
Basically, this came down to my math being a little bit. The averaging situation wasn't. It didn't really work out in this situation because I didn't weight anything. I didn't give quarterbacks a higher weight or tight ends a higher weight. For a quarterback, he's the 6th best quarterbacks, but then running back and wide receiver, he's 1-1.
Right.
His running backs being
tied with Steve
Dalvin.
for me, receiver.
Yep. Wide receivers, you could argue either of those two groups being higher. For me, it was just that I prefer Adams, Diggs, and Robinson to A.J. Brown, Galladay, and Cup. So
that's fair.
Bears are definitely up there.
Yeah. So wide receiver,
I have him
running
at
back
3, actually. Sorry.
for wide receiver.
No,
Just overall.
overall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But his QBs are Baker, Matt Ryan, and then Wentz. They're all nice.
Solid.
They're all good. Solid.
It's like it's strong, but it's not elite.
It's not going to lose you a week, but it won't win you a week either. So
yeah, you could play matchups. You can weather, bad, either injuries or anything, downtimes, whatever. So yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah, but then you get to his tight ends, and that's where it falls off.
Yeah,
pretty hard. Well, Fisker's at least a starter.
Is he scissors now?
The left-handed scissors.
There you go.
Fiskers.
Actually, when I hear his name, I think of Clerks. You guys seen Clerks? No, Clerks.
I haven't watched all of them.
Oh.
No, sorry.
Elliot, you've seen Clerks, right? Berserker. Anyway,
I guarantee Elliot's seen Clerks. He probably owns like a T-shirt.
If you guys ever watch Clerks, Jay, not Silent Bob, but Jay's cousin from like Russia comes in and like sings, and he sings Berserker. It sounds like Ferkser. It just makes me think of every time I hear his name.
Junior, you were 12th by all of us. It wasn't even close.
Wait for the suspense at the end when you have the consensus ranking. Hey, at least Taylor confirmed that Aaron Rodgers' pee-pee was in his ear. That's why I couldn't hear. I think he's watching back now.
Okay, so Blair's team. Good. Needs a tight end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blair, talk to Calvin. He needs to start rebuilding.
He had a tight end, but he traded me Troutman.
Ooh. For what?
Mostert. I think I gave up like Mostert in a second or something. A later future second. This was pre-draft.
Well, we can make the same argument about. We can make the same argument about Troutman that we did about.
Wait, Elliot. Why am I Ed Truck?
Yeah.
I need Elliot to answer why I'm Ed Truck and Blair's Michael Scott. Is Blair really young?
No, Blair's like 50.
You all are really young, actually, so fuck all of you.
Scott, do you know that we had like 2 huge nerds posts trying to fill these orphans? Were you even a part of that? I don't even remember.
Yes, okay, I was.
Well, we got Blair from the first one.
Okay. Well, and Calvin's over, right?
He took over the lawyers team. Matt, I think his name was Hufflepuff.
The lawyer?
No, he took over.
Yeah, he took over the lawyers team.
No, he took over.
We had a lawyer in our league?
No, Taylor took over Mike's team, I thought.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we got Taylor first from Tumbleweed Loy, and then the lawyer just said he couldn't keep up with it, so he gave up his team, and we got Blair.
Dude, yeah, I love Corey because he's just trying to peddle Chubb so that people can improve their rankings. I love it. That's so great.
The funny thing is they'll peddle Chubb until he's retired because they won't take a deal for him.
His values just keeps going down, but their value keeps going up. But all right,
cool. Yeah, you were 7th on my rankings, just so you can harbor that and put me on your hit list or whatever you're doing over there.
He's gonna start another website.
Elliot, if we put you one, we lose all credibility.
Yeah,
We just gotta
Elliot,
keep it real, man.
with your quarterbacks. Your
Yeah.
quarterbacks.
Hey Mick, how
there's
about
really good
a
quarterbacks.
26-year-old running back? How do you feel about 26-year-old running backs?
I feel
Exactly.
like throwing up right now.
Exactly.
Especially one that destroyed his knee the way that Chubb did in college. At the same school that Todd Gurley went to, by the way. So, good doctors there. Got that Todd Gurley knee going on. Okay. So Blair was 4 for you guys or 5?
He was 5 for me, or 4 for me, and 3 for you guys, I think.
Yes, Blair was 3 for me. Okay.
I had your best friend at 4.
You had Steve at 4? How do you justify having him that high?
How?
I think we already went through this.
How?
Yeah, we did.
We like his receivers. They're like tied with Blair for me.
If you think
but his quarterbacks shit
are better than
Dak, dude,
Calvin's.
Dak is going to be like top 4, top 5 easy.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. All right, for this year. But you look behind this year. Look beyond. It's shit. Steve, you suck.
Well, I mean,
I don't.
You see that far, Scott?
I'm looking. No, I can't.
The
actually, see how thick these are? I can't see shit.
His eyes just shrunk like 4 sizes when he took those off.
Yeah.
All right. So then that was okay. Who's next then? Who's left? Is it just me and Ross left?
I got a tie for 2 with Steve and myself.
Oh, well, that's cute.
So holding hands up there. How? I still don't see how you have. All right, I'll stop debating Steve's team because you guys just love Steve, I guess, because he's old.
We love Steve. Yes, we love Steve.
Well, I mean, the whole point of Dynasty is to win. So this year does have to factor in someone. That's why
it does.
Co-winners are down so far.
I mean, his quarterback.
Well, he's got time to make trades. If you, let's say he goes on a run and wins this year, he can make some trades and keep
capital. He does have a shit ton of draft capital, so he's got that. All right, fine. Steve's team doesn't suck as much as I want Steve's team to suck. Let's talk about Ross's team. Ross's team is fucking great because its quarterbacks are great.
Quarterbacks.
Yeah, quarterbacks making the money.
Quarterbacks, and then you're average to above average everywhere else. So
correct.
I personally like my receivers, but I could see our buy would have them a little bit lower.
I have them a little more than average.
I got you 4th for wide receivers.
They're good. They're good. Tight ends, pretty average.
Running backs, I need some upside on the tight ends.
Pretty average, but
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
they're good.
Good. And then with the quarterbacks being Mahomes and Herbert.
So you have the best 2 quarterbacks, and then you're good across the board. There's no major weakness. So that's what puts it at 2 for me. I mean, I have seen worse teams. In fact, in a league I'm in my home league, 2 years ago, a guy had Mahomes and Watson and literally no one else, and he won the whole thing. Yeah. It didn't matter who else he plugged in. So
in this league, we just saw a worse team win. We just went over that team, and we were all confused how it won. So
it's possible. Anything's possible, but I'm gonna bet on the quarterbacks. Especially 2 young ones. So yeah.
Yeah, and Herbert fell to 110 last year. I loved it. Worked out perfect to pair with Patty Mahomes.
Who did I draft?
I don't know what you were doing. You were trading 84 times.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
I actually traded up.
We all have me number 1. So can we get to that? Let's talk about that. That I'm the consensus number 1. Can we talk about it?
I mean, let us know when you win, but yeah, sure.
I mean, I probably
you won the podcast. Congratulations.
I have the prettiest roster.
You have not won a league I'm in with you yet.
Hey, I won AAF the first year.
Did you?
Alpha? Well, he got the 1 seed for the points and stuff.
It depends on if you're talking about the in-season cup or the overall points and wins total. because I won that. I didn't win.
I don't
the
know.
cup.
I smoked
No?
my division last year, so
Yeah.
that's all. That's
I
all I
was
need.
hurt and just happy to not get demoted. So
Well,
I'll have to do a show for them after this one.
I'll be smoking you this year, so you can look forward to that.
Alrighty.
With all my Miles Sanders, suck it.
I also have Miles Sanders.
Oh,
Ooh,
God.
canceled out. Canceled
Jesus.
out.
How are we doing a
top?
podcast and we own Miles Sanders? Ugh.
I was really high on him, and I have him in a lot of places, and it makes me.
Same.
I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah.
No,
he,
not.
he
I
gave
love
up
Miles Sanders. He's gonna be great.
He
That's
gave up
fine.
Miles
Kenny
Sanders.
Gainwell is-
Or Mick, you
Kenny
gave up
Gainwell
Kamara
is,
last year in the league for Miles Sanders.
and
What?
a second.
Oh,
I
what?
left that.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I was bored.
And
Bored,
LaVisca,
and
I
then
think.
trade.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about this number one team.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about how he fleaces all the other owners then. Why doesn't anybody trade with his team? I don't get it.
And then those
What do you
owners
mean
leave,
fleece?
and then he
didn't
brings in
fleece.
his alter ego, his ginger
Fucking
bro.
Old Navy. It's November. It's Old Navy ad on TV. It's just fleece everywhere.
I didn't fleece anyone in this league. Who have I traded with? I haven't traded with Junior.
Wait, does Taylor not know this? Oh, sorry. It's Mike. Sorry, my bad.
It's like Michael LaShore.
Yes, Michael.
Yes, it's exactly like Mick.
He played at
Jagger.
Illinois. I watched
He
him play
did.
in person.
And then he tore his ACL.
I watched him
No,
play when my team
Achilles.
went down there and whooped their ass, 52-7.
All right.
Taylor thought you were named after a microphone this whole time.
But anyway. Oh
Yeah.
I mean, I spelled it the same. But my team it has quarterbacks. They're all right.
Above
I
average
personally
across
have
the
them
board, except for wide receiver, just slightly above for me.
So Mike's team is pretty good.
You have my wide
You're now
receivers.
Mike, so can you change
Mike,
it?
My
Mike,
wide
what
receivers
day is it,
above
Mike?
average?
I have your receivers.
I
I have your receivers a little low, actually.
I have my wide receivers at 6. That's like
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
I love DJ Moore.
Yeah.
I love DJ Moore too, but
Can we get over DJ Moore already? Jesus
Well,
Christ.
what's
The
to
guy's
get
like
over?
3 touchdowns in 6 years.
The guy's like 23 years old.
23 has
Same age as these
back-to-back
other-
1,200 well, all right, not 1,200 yards receiving back-to-back years.
He's got a great
1,200
quarterback, though, right?
I mean,
Great quarterback.
He's got a better one than Teddy Two
has
Gloves.
he had a good quarterback at all in his career? It apparently doesn't matter. Dude just gets yards. And
I'm
catches
sorry.
balls.
Was Taylor Heineke not there? Kyle Allen? That's right.
He's
Let's
got
calm down.
Sam fucking Darnold. He's
Yeah.
great.
Darnold's the next Tannehill, bro.
Oh yeah,
Just wait.
It's gonna happen. He got away from Gase, so now he's gonna. It's fine.
But regardless,
Yeah.
when I say slightly above
So-
average, I'm not doing the relational like within the group. I'm just saying if I'm looking at a team by itself, where would I
Yeah,
put this
same.
group of receiver?
same.
Well, I think Mick was doing it like a relational within the league.
Oh,
so
okay,
we're gonna
okay.
have to-
Relational.
Okay.
Yep. But my running backs and quarterbacks is what, if Akers hadn't gotten hurt, would have made me excited. But
I like the tight end group, too.
it's all right.
Yeah.
I don't like that Waller's old.
I don't even like Waller. I don't even have a single share of Waller anywhere, but it's still the 3rd or 4th best tight end group in the league, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, all right. So overall, it's above average, minus
Yeah.
wide receivers. So, and I got this 3rd most trade capital or pick
I didn't even look, probably.
draft capital.
But
Yeah,
for some
3rd
reason,
most.
people just keep dropping those 2023 first in your lap.
Hey, I only have 3.
Do you
That's
want
the
mine?
Same numbers? Yeah, I do.
I'll take yours.
I don't want it.
I'll take it.
I'll take them all.
That class is going to be overrated for sure.
Well, yeah. But am I going to make a pick in that class? Probably not. But I'll have all the picks.
See, everyone, Mick is telling you his plan, and you're still going to make trades with him. How does this work?
It just does.
Hey, fun fact: there's been some Cam Akers talk in the Prime chat recently. Scott, I know you're not in there, so you're not aware, but there's been a lot of Akers talk after the Achilles, and Blair is on record as saying that Cam Akers just sucks. He's always sucked. Whatever, he hates him. I'm looking at the 2020 drafts. The team that he took over took Akers 107. So I'm sure if he knew that, he would be pretty happy. This is ironic. I was looking through the last year's draft. Decepticons, Cam Akers.
Wow. 107, that's good. I like it.
So that was one of the guys before Herbert.
Did you see the post in Nerds that my buddy made about the gymnast who had the torn Achilles?
No, I did not. The Russian guy.
That was worth it because everybody was like freaking out about it. So it was definitely it's good. Good comments. Good comments.
What the Achilles ends careers. His career is over. It's
right. Yes, Akers will never play
hope.
again. You should just cut him, honestly. Like he's just not going to play. So
I mean, I can put him on taxi for one more year.
His career's over. He retired.
Yeah, he might as well have. I mean, can you name a running back that has come back and played successfully for more than a year with that?
No, but I will give you my 23 first for him.
Do you have a different 23 first?
Why?
Why?
Because your team is too good. I don't want your first. I want like Junior's first.
Yeah, I think everybody wants Junior's first.
Everyone
Junior doesn't want his own first.
No, he gives them away.
Ooh. DK
It's
for
true,
Akers?
Elliot. I did
It's
that.
because of your tight ends, Junior. It drops him way the fuck down.
Dude, it's like a 4.75 tight end premium. Kelsey scored like 8,000 points last year.
For anyone that can't see the chat, Junior's asking why his team is 12th.
Besides the tight ends.
Besides the tight ends, which are dog shit. Your
So,
quarterbacks
other than the
shit.
tight ends, your quarterbacks, your running backs, and your wide receivers. That's why.
So essentially, the team is the worst to just above the worst in the league.
You do have relatively decent
Scott's trying to
receivers
be a dick.
compared to
I'm
Count
not.
Druncula.
It's the truth.
Okay, we can get some consensus rankings now. So let's each one of you go through your top 12, and then I'll put the list together for consensus.
Okay. Scott, you go first with your top 12.
All right, so I have Junior 12, the Count 11, and Tweedledee and Tweedledum 10. Tebow 9, Elliott 8, Cody 7, myself 6, Ginger tight ends 5, Steve 4, some guy I don't know 3, Ross 2, and Mick 1.
Okay. You want me to go, Mick?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, so for my top 12 is going to be Junior at 12, Pinkley in the Brain 11, Count Druncula 10, Tim Tebow 9, Lord Chicken McDicken 8, Hot Rodder 7, Dynasty Dealer 6, Redbeard Racer 5, Decepticons 4, The Empire 3, and Kingsman 2, and Trade Jaros 1. But I do have some ties in there. I think it just some of these got ordered that way.
All right. Mine are at 12, I have Junior. 11 is the Count. 10, Cody and Corey. 9. Fucking Steve. Taylor is 8. Elliot's at 7. Scott's at 6. Calvin is 5. Cody 4. Blair 3. Ross at 2. And then myself at 1.
All right. So for consensus rankings, here's where everybody can get mad about it. Junior 12.
Elliot 11. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Elliot 11. Count Druncula 11. Pinkley in the Brain 10. Tim Tebow 9. Elliot also 8. Scott 7. Cody 6. Steve 5. Calvin 4. Blair 3. Myself 2. And Mick 1. Elliot, I have you tied for 5th. It just ranked out this way.
It just auto put you worse. Okay.
Because it saw your depth and was like, oh shit.
Well, let me go back and change my ties because I did have some ties. Let me see if that makes anything different. Probably not.
Sitting on the
Probably won't
fence.
affect it. Won't affect it too much. I do, Elliot. Give me Jefferson. Give me DK back. I'll give you Cam. You dick. You're the reason that I have Watson instead of CMC right now. That's the reason I have him. My team could be different right now. I traded you DK for Cam. And I was like, I don't need CMC anymore. I'll trade him to Steve for Watson. 2 days later, Watson turns out to be a predator.
Interesting turn of events.
Cool. Oh, and then Cam Akers.
Interesting turn of events. I put ties in there, and now we've got a tie consensus for number 7 between Elliot and Scott. Oh, how did that work out? Will the real number 7 please stand up?
All right,
Who's going to just barely miss the playoffs? How about the guy who had 3 bye weeks last year? Yeah, I think we'll see how it goes. All right.
How'd you end up with 3 bye weeks?
I was so far ahead in victory points.
Oh, so you just didn't care? Didn't set a lineup?
I did. I was locked into the 1 seed.
Way to be inactive, Scott. Par for the course. Still lost to titties.
Why are you so inactive?
Why?
Prime wants to know. Yeah,
Because I'm in
this fiery
50
personality.
fucking leagues, and I hate Group Me. I literally deleted it for like 2 months. I just got it back like 3 days ago.
So we should just switch to a group text message
Yeah.
for the whole league. But then,
Do you really want you people, everyone having your number?
no, I don't want Cody to have my number. No.
How about Elliot?
Elliot, I'd be all right with. He'd just send me weird stuff, and I'd just block him. Cody occasionally gives me recipes for
Like fried alligator?
No. If anyone was giving anyone fried alligator recipes, it'd be me giving him.
I love fried alligator.
I've never had alligator. What does it taste like?
Really? It's like spicy chicken.
Thank you, Elliot. That is fucking right.
No, but here's the real question, Scott. You have 50 fucking leagues. You don't care about them except for Prime. Just mute those and leave Prime on mute.
It
Except for
doesn't
he cares
work.
about the
It
other ones
freezes
more.
my phone.
Get a new phone.
I
about you
did.
Download GroupMe, but sign out of it, make a new account, and just get in our chat with it.
Or
And
just
we
get a burner phone just for us.
Yeah.
I have it on my laptop now, so that's where it is.
Some interesting conversations that happen in Prime.
I haven't been paying attention to any of them lately.
I'm not interesting. I don't have anything to add.
Mick, you were involved yesterday. Making
Oh, yeah.
Corey all worried about it. Yeah. Maybe we can stop recording and talk to the
Taylor, I have double the amount of leagues. I run 2 businesses, and I'm about to have 2 kids under 16 months. So go ahead and compare that.
Taylor's
Bitch.
also 24. Is a golf pro.
Yeah, when I was 24, I was all up in this shit too.
Yeah.
Taylor wants to know if Simone Biles is a quitter, Scott.
Yeah, she's a fucking quitter. She gave her whole life to this and then gave up. Quitter. Verdict. Guilty.
Guilty. I mean, she did quit. It's true. But she also has like at least 3 more goals than anyone in this chat right now. So
Well, yeah, but her teammates
Are you
could
sure?
have gold too. Instead, they got silver.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I mean, Blair could have some. I don't know. I mean, Blair could be like a world famous
Blair.
Olympian. I would have no idea. So
He does
Elliot,
kinda
describe
look
Blair
like-
for Scott.
Blair kind of looks like pre-op Bruce Jenner.
Just stop it.
so he's Republican. Got it. Okay.
No. Pre-op Bruce Jenner. Wow.
So
Let's just
he
go
could
change
be
his
the-
name on MFL. What the fuck is this? Pre-op Bruce Jenner.
He still has his penis, man. Come on. This is known facts.
Who?
Jeez.
Caitlyn Jenner? Is that her name?
Correct. Yes. She still has her penis. Sorry.
So actually, we lost a lawyer. Matt left, but Blair's wife is a lawyer, so we still have our prime.
But what was his
Really
focus
team.
in, this lawyer that was in the league? And how
Matt,
did we
I
get
don't
him?
remember.
I don't
I think
remember.
Mick knew
I think
him.
it was. No, I didn't.
Nick,
know
you
him.
brought.
I
He
found him on
doesn't know
Facebook.
anyone. He brings
One
these
of you
people
two
into
that brought
leagues
him.
and then he's like, I didn't know anyone.
One of you two.
I
invited
find
him.
him on Facebook and I bet them, and I'm like, hey,
No, this is the initial startup of the league. You found him. You invited people you knew.
no, I didn't.
One of you guys had to know him, right?
No, you were like, we need a 12th person. And I was like, I want to draft right now.
This
So
is my
found
buddy. He's a
someone.
lawyer.
You really found him just on Nerds or something?
Oh yeah,
No wonder he wasn't active. I thought we were vetting people like only active people we know.
he said he was active, and I was like, how active? Do you check chat every hour? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, that's all right. It's better than Scott. He'll be fine. He wasn't.
He started off that way, and then Prime became Prime, and I think he just kind of faded out.
Well, the level of weirdness in Prime it's kind of next level. Like if.
All right, here you go,
takes weird
Scott.
turns.
Blair looks like a Disney Jesus-looking prince. Mix that with Jimi Hendrix and some weed brownies.
Huh.
That's actually
The prince
not a-
from Shrek. The prince from Shrek plus Jesus. I think that's John Lithgow's character.
Is Blair really
I've never
short?
seen any of these things, so I have no idea.
Is Farquaad? Well, you're
Yeah,
about to
Farquaad.
get ready. You're about to see all of these things like 1,000 times.
No, Blair's like you, except he checks chat. Like he gets on there and he sees 200 messages. He's like, "Fuck, no, I'm not responding to all this shit." He's a grumpy. Him and Steve are like the grumpy
Oh.
old men, basically.
Well, I like them. I like Steve, remember? So
Fuck Steve.
therefore, by transitive properties, I like Blair.
Except for Blair and Steve are like opposite, but not really.
Blair's in San Diego, so he's got a much better scenic view every day than we do.
Yeah, fuck California. I don't give a shit.
I think Blair studying to be an attorney right now. Oh, not an attorney, an accountant right now.
Accountant, I think, yeah.
Yeah. So we got an accountant and a lawyer when we brought Blair in. Well,
We really need to do this league union somewhere next year.
Arizona.
Elliot and Blair are besties because
I've got the house. Let's go.
I'm down. You said convince everybody else why they want to go to Arizona.
So hot. I don't want to go to
It
Arizona.
is. It's miserable. But if I'm gonna be miserable, you can all be fucking miserable with me.
I think we narrowed it down to Vegas or Nashville.
I'm miserable
either
enough.
one, please.
Yeah, that's the top two of one of those places. Let's get it going next year.
Oh,
with
man.
family, without family, whatever we want to do. I don't care.
Yes.
Elliot, no one's gonna dimension hop. I tried it. It didn't work.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You did not. You tried it.
Yeah.
Did your wife walk in and you're like, what the fuck are you doing, Mick?
No, I was like, hey, I'm gonna try to dimension hop. She's like, what? I was like, Elliot says I should try it.
Did she try it with you?
No, she's like, that's fucking weird. Have fun.
Every time I tell my wife anything that Elliot says, she's like, what the fuck? What? She just has no words.
Oh,
man. Last 2 weeks of July, I'll probably be having my third kid by then.
when's
Jeez,
your
come on.
second kid supposed to be born?
Like
Or
6
is it
weeks.
4?
6 weeks.
August 16th for me. We just went to the sonogram today. Like 2.5 weeks away.
Jeez.
All right. Does anyone have anything else in the chat that they want us to discuss about your shitty teams? Because clearly Ross and I are just better than you guys.
Or
Listen,
any other topic.
Everyone, these two assholes brought themselves as the consensus top two, and they're just talking down on you. But I am one of you. I am one of the people. We, the people, will rise up together.
See you in 6 months, Scott. That's what they're saying to you right now.
No, I'll see you next year in Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas. I don't want to. Why do we want to go somewhere that's hot?
Okay, let's go to
I would
Nashville.
prefer to go to Nashville because we could
Let's
get like
go
a Airbnb.
I can drive to Nashville.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's do
I
it.
can fly.
If we rented a big house, I mean, we could cook out ourselves and stuff. Vegas, you got to pay for
We'd get a
hotels.
big ass house.
We had 8 people in Nashville last year, and that worked out pretty well. That Airbnb could have definitely held more people. So,
Well, we'll
that was worth
have
it.
probably at least 8 guys, and then I'm assuming at least 6 wives. Well, no, hold on. Is there even that many guys that are married in Prime? Yeah, there are.
Oh, well,
There's only 3 that aren't married.
yeah, Steve, Corey, and Taylor. And they all need to come so we can watch them go try to pick up women wherever we go. Love to see those 3 walking around. And trying
That would be so worth it.
Why would we want to watch them? It'd be more fun to wingman for them and then watch them crash and burn after we walk away.
Well, they're wingmen for each other is what they should be doing.
Well, no, because then they're competing. And then everyone's going to be like, hey, Taylor, you're – well, no, they wouldn't be competing because they're 3 different age groups.
Yeah, they can go for the mom-daughter combos.
Oh, no, more like grandma-daughter or granddaughter combo.
Yeah, no, all 3. Taylor gets the grandma, Steve gets the mom, and Corey gets the daughter.
Wait.
Perfect.
So I see this picture of Elliot in Prime, and I thought it was Taylor, and then I realized he was like a midget. So he could be like Taylor's mini-me. Taylor, you can bring Elliot to bars and tell the ladies that he's your son. It works great. I promise. They love cute kids,
Actually,
you know?
Taylor could probably pass Corey off as his son if Corey shaved.
He probably could.
It's about a foot.
Hey, put the link in Prime again. I think Blair's here. See if we can get him in here.
Come on.
You probably want to chop off this last shooting the shit part before we post it on YouTube or anything.
Yeah. Oh,
If you turn off live, does that kick the commenters out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, keep it live then.
Has Elliot been posting in Group Me this whole time?
I don't know. I was behind when we started this thing. I haven't caught up.
There, Blair. Well, he's not here yet, so he can't see it. See? There you go. Yeah, Corey can shave and look 12, and then Taylor can That's how you can get your 50-year-old, Taylor. Use Corey.
Oh yeah, do it, dude. So
Oh,
worth it.
Steve, you did miss the good stuff. Mick
Is that
fucking
Steve or
hates
is
you.
that Blair? I do hate you, Steve.
He said it was Steve. Steve
That's
in the
Steve?
house. Yeah.
It's 11 o'clock, Steve. Why aren't you in bed? You're old.
Bocce ball.
Yeah, it's also
Bocce
past
ball
my
run.
bedtime, for the record.
Jeez.
Steve
But I have
tied
to
for
book my
fourth
tea time for
overall.
tomorrow.
You have to do what tomorrow?
I have to book my tea time for tomorrow. I have a busy day, you know. It's a rough life.
Fucking hate you so much.
I don't know, Mick. Why did you get a job?
I
Yeah,
had
you
a
did
job.
go from.
Why?
You had so much free time to do what you wanted to do.
Yeah. I mean, think about all the fun we used to have.
You weren't around.
I miss those YouTube channels. I learned shit from you about how to make a trap or a fire pit.
I was doing that because I was bored. Now I'm not bored.
That's because you're working. Who the fuck
Yeah.
wants to work?
I do. I'm probably not going to retire ever because I like working too much.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm sick of
If you're not
fucking
going to
working.
retire, then why do you care about more money? Go back to the more free time.
I have some free time, and I enjoy what I'm doing more now. Somewhat.
Yeah,
Most
that sounds
days.
good.
Some days. Other days, I'm like, holy shit, this is a bad idea. But no, for the most
Taylor,
part,
Taylor, you go get that 40-year-old, and someday I will teach you about Operation Taste the Rainbow.
No, he's already doing that. He's got a bet with his buddies, like every decade from whatever to whatever.
yeah, the
No,
only
no,
one
no,
who's
no,
missing
no,
is
no.
like 60
Oh,
year old.
Taste
yeah.
the Rainbow.
I see what you're saying.
That's inappropriate.
Global. You're talking about global.
It was a lot easier in Houston, let me tell you.
Chicago is a little more difficult, or what?
No, they're all fat with low self-esteem, probably. Fucking Houston.
Oh. So that's Scott's type.
Boom.
No, Houston just sucks as a city, as everything. And
Oh God, it's literally hell on earth.
Oh, that's a good question, Elliot. Elliot would like to know what your number is, Scott, as far as number of women that you
Jesus
have. had
Christ, I
intercourse
don't
with.
know.
So that's a lot.
Great conversation for a YouTube show.
Elliot really just wants to know if it's more than his number so he can feel better about himself.
I could not tell you, but I'm sure you're more.
Over or under Walter Payton's jersey? I think that's what Elliot wants to know.
That actually is? Yeah,
Somewhere around there. I don't know.
that's pretty
Huh.
close.
Well, I've been
You're having
married
to
for like 5 years, so
But you're also, what, 34?
from 14 to 31. Yeah, it's probably somewhere. I mean, yeah, I would guess. I don't fucking know. I didn't know that was like a thing that people kept track or something.
Fuck, just there.
Well, that was a prime chat months ago.
Oh, that's weird. I really don't care.
Yeah, I should just plead the fifth.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1.
Any other topics? That Steve, how was bocce ball? Does anyone want to jump in? Can we get someone to jump in here too? If they have a camera now.
Son of a bitch.
Hello? I thought Nick was frozen there for a minute.
Corey, though. Good job, Corey. Good job, Corey.
What did Corey do?
He's working that chub.
He told you about that?
Oh
Bring
yeah.
you in for some pointers?
That's some intimate.
I know.
Don't worry about it. Steve
Oh.
was there too.
Scott's looking at group me. That's what it was.
Oh, gotcha. Hold on.
Oh, fucking Steve. No wonder you hate him, Mick. He's in his underwear eating Taco Bell. Why do we want to know that? Mick, if I send you a picture, can you
What the nickel fritz?
can you put it on the screen?
There we go. Can I put what on the screen?
If I send you a picture?
Yeah, you can share screen or something.
Yeah, if you send me a picture, I can share it.
Okay, because this is after that comment by Steve. This is what I've got going in my head over here now. Let's see if this is what it looks like. Ask Steve if that's what he looks like right now.
Where did you send it to?
Oh, I just group me. Sorry.
I don't know if I want to click on this.
Oh, it's fine.
Probably don't.
It's Steve right now watching this live. It's a live shot of Steve watching the roast show.
Well, you have a nanny cam in his apartment or what?
Don't worry about it.
Come on. All right, here we go. Oh, that's funny. All right. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. I don't see anything.
I don't see shit.
I thought you shared your screen on here one time before.
Yeah, you can.
How about
Oh, there
now?
it goes. It's loading. Steve, is that you right now?
Oh,
Got back
I am
from
in my
Botsy.
garage, so. Well, he's wearing a shirt, so that's not Steve.
Well, how do we know how Steve sleeps? Maybe his underwear is a shirt
He
to
said
tuck
he
it
was
all in and
shirtless.
underwear.
It's definitely racist. Everyone from the Dakotas is racist. They hate jackrabbits.
Steve said that was close. That was a close interpretation.
No, only half the state hates jackrabbits. The other half hates coyotes.
Whatever. Take your 74 people and your pitchforks.
It's more like guns. We got a lot of those.
That's fine. We do too. You just don't know about them.
It feels like it's racial. Steve, why do you think it's racial? Is it because I'm sitting in front of my big red pick-em-up truck? Do you want to see my dead deer on the other side of my garage?
Yes.
Can you become a ventriloquist with it?
And how did you kill it?
Which one?
Bow
Bare hands.
or
The
Fists?
one on
bare knuckles?
the one on it'd be your right is my bow. And the other one was my first rifle buck.
Damn. I hit one with my truck. Does that count?
Did you keep it?
I got some of its hair in my Ram.
No, nope, doesn't count then.
Okay.
If you hit it and then call the game warden and asked, "Hey, I hit this deer. Can I eat its meat?" Then it counts.
Oh, someone likes your wall of animal heads on there. Your buddy.
Steve,
Pussy magnets. Hey, in Dakota, it'll get any man pussy up there.
They're in the garage for a reason, Steve. If my wife liked them, they wouldn't be
Yeah,
in the garage.
clearly. Hey, I once sold a house with a living room with like 24 of them in there. First room you walk in, I sold that bitch in like a week. Suck
Did
it.
it have a mullet? Who'd you sell it to?
Probably some.
Yeah, I have
really,
no idea,
really
but I would
rich
assume
dude.
yes.
How do you have no idea who you sold it to?
Well, he just
I was the
listed
listing
it.
agent. I don't know who the fucking buyer is.
He didn't do the showings. Listing agents are fucking. They don't do shit.
Yes, I've been trying to tell you this. I don't like to work.
They don't do shit. It's
Right.
the easiest job ever.
Yes.
So you just go to the house,
Thank
collect
you.
all the information, take pictures, and list it, and that's. Well, I mean, what do you do?
Well, he probably does like
No,
a.
I don't go to the house. I might for like 5 minutes, but
No, he's a broker, so he has peons that do that shit.
I got
So
people that
what
do
would
that.
you say you do here?
I'm a people person, god damn it.
He talks.
Why
to
can't they
people.
just talk directly to the customers? Mick's too young for that movie, apparently.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, I was
Jeez.
busy reading this private chat from you that was like 5 hours old.
Oh yeah, when I left the chair because my toddler was banging on the door naked because he didn't want to go to bed.
Yep.
God.
The joys. Well, listing being a broker would be easy as shit.
Fuck yeah.
Really. Oh,
Let's do a little pop quiz. DJ Moore. Do you know what the D and the J stand for?
no.
Dumb jock. I don't know.
That's
Daryl.
it. Dumb Jog Moore.
Daryl Mick.
DM Moore? It's
No.
DJ.
Daryl Jamore?
No, you didn't. You
Daryl
didn't hear it.
Jamore.
You didn't hear it right. Daryl Mick. What the fuck?
It's
is his
actually
name? Who cares?
his name is Denniston Jr. Well, I had it pulled up
Massively
earlier.
overrated.
But he changed his number from 12 to 2 this year. So how do you feel about that, Scott?
Two?
Looking better now.
The
Yeah.
first loser? Who wants to be two?
They changed the numbering rules in the NFL, so now people can be single-digit numbers.
Why would you want to be
They've been
two?
changing.
Why would you change it?
Probably from college, or it's like the new thing to be a single-digit number.
Yeah, but no one is two.
Cam Newton was,
Exactly.
and he was an MVP.
Fuck.
Wait, what was Steve Young too? Thinking maybe.
I think so.
No, he was 8. Steve Young was 8. Look it up.
Was Vince Young too? Or was he one?
There you go. Anyone who's number 2 is a fucking loser, and DJ Moore knows that, and he's just accepting it.
Johnny
Scott,
Manziel.
we're gonna have to fight about this.
Dude, he's overrated.
How is he overrated? Just because he doesn't score shit tons of touchdowns? You know who else didn't score shit tons of touchdowns? Julio Jones.
He doesn't really do anything though. Everyone's acting like he's like a top like 3-5 wide receiver, and he's like wide receiver 18 every year.
I wouldn't say he's a top. People are acting like he's a top 3 or 5 wide receiver.
Yeah,
Last year he was like top
I think
10.
you should check Twitter because they still suck his dick daily.
Oh well, I haven't been on Twitter a whole lot lately. Maybe I'm just out of touch with what the fantasy community thinks of him. Because I don't. He's top 10 for Dynasty for me, but he's not top 5. The streamers.
Holy shit! Is that serious, Taylor? Just found out in his neighborhood has 40 registered sex offenders. He lives by Epstein, though.
How large of a neighborhood? Also, he lives in Florida, so that's not surprising.
Is that 40 including you, or is that 40 plus you? So it'd be 41.
Well, he's got roommates, so it could be like 38 plus his address.
Okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fine.
That's a lot.
Man, and DJ
Cheaper
Moore's on
is
such a
right.
great team. So 25% of their 9 touchdowns is amazing. DJ Moore is just awesome. I would trade all my 23 firsts for him.
What kind of stat line do you think he'll put up this year with
do that.
Darnold?
80 for 1,102. 3. Give him 3.
that's about 200 points.
So wide receiver 21. Congratulations.
I mean, I could see it being that, but I could also see it being much higher. It really just depends on if Darnold doesn't suck a lot. Oh, Elliot wants us to use Dynasty. His yeah, to do
You know what?
versus Jerry
Hold
Judy.
on. All this Twitter love and all this rhetoric has made me completely overvalue DJ Moore. I've been completely wrong this whole time. He was wide receiver 26 last year.
He wasn't very high last year.
Yeah,
So he was
first
the
half
wide
of the
receiver
season-
3
Yeah. Depending on the scoring
behind
format.
Robbie Anderson, Marvin Jones, Brandon Cooks. These guys all finished well ahead of him.
You say Brandon Cooks like that's a bad
Yeah, the first half of the year, they kept
Curtis
throwing to
Samuel?
Robbie Anderson.
Cole
Curtis
Beasley?
Samuel and Beasley are both did pretty good last year. Curtis Samuel is going to be a stud this year. You just watch.
Yeah, because they proved how to use him when they were all in Carolina, right?
Oh yeah, he's gonna make Terry his bitch. Terry's gonna be behind Curtis Samuel. Staff.
Okay.
It's happening. Hot take. I don't believe
That's
that.
a pretty hot take.
Don't take that. Don't put any stock in that hot take. I don't believe
Is
it.
it a hot dish take or a casserole take?
Can we do a DJ Moore versus someone bet for?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll find.
You want to do points per game, just like to throw out injuries, or do you want to do total points, or how do you want to do it?
Let's see who's around him in.
Yeah,
ADP.
throw out some names, and I'll
We're doing ADP.
see what we can come up with.
Is this Dynasty ADP or
Whatever you want, I don't care.
Yeah, Dynasty ADP. We're talking about Dynasty.
all right? Yeah.
Let's see here.
Throw out some names. I'm curious where he's going. I'm assuming mid third.
Okay, so he is wide receiver 15. So I'll do.
Wow.
I'll do the.
Wow.
This is as of July. I'll do the three
Wow.
above and three below. So above him, we've got Terry McLaurin at 12, Chris Godwin at 13, Keenan Allen at 14, and DJ Moore 15. And
Those
then
are all too easy.
Allen Robinson 16, Amari Cooper 17, Devonta Smith 18.
How about Amari Cooper? I mean, they're both in similar
I like
situations,
Amari.
passing offenses, 3 receivers, no real tight end, good running backs.
Cooper has a much better quarterback, and he's proven that he's like a
Yeah,
top,
true. He
he's
does.
a top, he's
He
a top
does.
10 wide receiver when Dak is in the game.
Wide receiver 10, Jamar Chase.
I'm not a Chase guy.
I would do it.
Ayuk, Claypool, Mike Evans, Juju, Cortland Sutton.
I don't like any
Higgins.
of those guys.
That's the top 24.
Well, they all suck.
Okay. Deontay.
Ooh,
We'll go to the next 12. Deontay Johnson, Robert Woods, Julio, Thielen.
there's your
Woods.
boy, Deontay Johnson.
Robert Woods.
I think Woods is
He said
going to
Deontay Johnson.
Johnson sucks. Oh, wait. Johnson's awesome. You guys should trade for him. I mean, he's practically the next Adam Thielen, so
practically the next Adam Thielen, except for Thielen was even worse to begin his career. So
okay.
Johnson
Well, then
could
that
be
means
like,
he's going to be even better.
he's going to be like the next Darren Waller, but at the wide receiver position. Meaning he'll be a top 3. Well, no, because Thielen's been like top 3 at points.
Trubisky's not better than Bridgewater, but nice try.
Higgins. Apparently, T. Higgins versus DJ Moore.
That's a pretty close one.
Okay.
I'd take DJ over T.
Yeah, I probably would too, but I think it's close enough that it would be interesting. So
What
I
what are we
love T. Higgins.
what are we betting?
But now it makes it more, because he's got Robbie Anderson and Terrace Marshall, whereas T has Boyd and Chase. So yeah, I like that. So, but what are we? Are we talking points per game?
Yeah, points per game.
Okay. All right.
Prime points per game.
All right.
What are we betting for? Though?
I think they were pretty close last year. Although
Scott has to be active on Group Me.
DJ Moore 2 points per game difference last year. So pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
T didn't have. I mean, they're both getting their quarterbacks or a better quarterback for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Right. All right. I'm down.
What are we betting for though? What's the stakes?
Next year's buy-in.
$26 or $28.
I'll be able to cover it with my
$31
wins anyway. So
Yeah. I won enough last year to cover like 6 weeks this year. So I'm good.
that's the rule, Scott. You gotta give yourself a rule that your win. If your winnings don't cover all of your buy-ins, then you have to cut leagues.
Oh yeah. No, I've got plenty left over from last
He
year.
cut a league just like a couple weeks ago. It wasn't by choice, but he got rid of it.
Oh yeah, what the
I can't
fuck?
believe that guy did that.
What the fuck?
That's so one of the worst commissioners I've seen.
Dude. I mean,
I'll
in the
tell them.
worst possible timing. I couldn't even defend myself because my phone didn't even fucking work.
I'll tell the chat what happened in this league that Scott got me into last year. So it was just a 1 QB PPR. Was it like a home league, or how did you even find this league?
I've just been in it a long time. I don't know. I know half the people. I got them all in there.
Like you know him in person?
I was basically doing the commissioner's job and not even being the commissioner. So yeah.
Okay. So anyways, the draft is supposed to start, I think it was last Friday or the Friday before, and someone tells him they're missing. He's like, oh, I'm kind of worried. The other new guy you just added in there, I think. Or no, it was a brand new guy. He's like, man, this commissioner just posted in like Reddit or something that he's looking for 2 new owners to start this draft today. And I'm like, man, I didn't realize that was going on. I checked the league page, and I see that Scott is no longer listed on his team. So I texted Scott. I'm like, dude, what, you're dropping this league? You just got me in here. He's like, no, I already paid. What are you talking about? And so apparently the commissioner didn't hear from Scott, even though he already paid, and just booted him and said, well, yeah, that's how I got the team filled, because it was already paid for.
I fucking paid before anyone else. Who is this fucking cocksucker to kick me out and be like, yeah, you've been in this league longer than me and pretty much everyone else, and you got all these other fucktards in here. And then, oh, by the way, you weren't active on the MFL site. It's like, really? Because does that count for the app? Oh, it doesn't? That's right. Why don't you check my activity, you jackass? Fucking
He made it. He traded his first, I think it was in a draft last year with maybe that Clyde trade we made, but he traded his 2021 first, so he had to pay last July. I've been paid this whole time.
Dude, Elliot, you'd love that group me. There's been like 8 messages in the last 3 fucking years.
It's terrible.
So you would love that shit.
That's so. I can't believe.
So what did the guy end up saying to you? Because you talked to him directly, right?
Yeah, I was like, did you like look at my team activity in MFL? Like look at trades and other things? And he's like, oh yeah, I guess I see that you have been active. And I'm like, yeah, and I already paid. So why would I need to like confirm that I'm in the fucking league, considering how long I've been in here and that I got half these people in this league for you? And he's like, well, I already got this guy to replace you. And I'm like, that's not my fucking problem. And I was like, you know what? You figure out what's easiest. Give me my team or give me my fucking money. And then he was like, what's your Venmo? Okay,
he didn't
bitch.
give you the option.
Fucking cocksucker.
Okay. Elliot really wants to bet you Deontay Johnson versus Judy this year, Scott. I don't. He's got a bone to pick with Judy.
I hate Deontay Johnson. I would never bet anything on him.
Okay, pick a different player, Elliot. Because that's not happening, apparently. But
I'll take Ridley versus Judy.
Calvin Ridley versus Judy. Elliot,
Or
you in
CeeDee
for that?
Lamb. I'll take CeeDee Lamb versus anyone.
Oh. Take that.
Claypool.
I will take CeeDee Lamb versus the field. For
Yeah, no, not the field, just anyone.
No, you-
Anyone. Anyone.
Anyone?
Scott, Jamar Chase or Rashad Bateman?
Bateman.
For this season or for always?
Life.
Faux life.
All right.
Did you
I
end up
knew
with
like Bateman
Bateman in
too.
here? You did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to trade for him. I had to pull Cody's teeth.
Yeah,
You
you
pulled
didn't even
mine
pull that
and
many
then-
teeth. I told Cody if he's trying to get Bateman from you, send him over a barrel. And Cody was like, "Oh, he gave me an offer that I kind of like." And then 2 seconds later, there was an offer that I was like, he would have offered you twice that.
I don't know about twice. It might have
Uh,
been like, oh, that pick could be a 103 next year.
you would have offered him more. I know that much.
I don't know.
Galladay is a
That
shit
one.
quarterback, and he sucks. I don't want anything to do with him. Claypool, I don't even have a single share of him, so no, not easy. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Claypool's doo-doo.
I don't know why you're attacking me with Judy. I have no issue with Judy. I just think he's a quitter and he's a douchebag, but I don't think he sucks.
Claypool is doo-doo.
Well, let's just go to the prime projection and see who's close to Judy. Maybe we can get something there.
Who's close to Judy? Why are we trying to find someone that's close to Judy?
I don't know.
I have no
Just to
issue with
shut
Judy.
Elliot up,
I have
I guess.
no idea why. I have no idea.
He needs the clicks for his site, Scott. Just give in to him and make a bet.
I'm giving him an article, Jesus. Or six.
What or six? What's your article going to be about?
New offensive
Yeah,
coordinators.
How to be active in your Dynasty football league.
Yes, I will
By
make
Scott
a
Sidlow.
10 bullet point list.
Respond.
Okay.
Pop in periodically and say "fuck all of you" and then leave.
It works, doesn't
Projected
it?
points. Man, Judy's low down here. Where is he?
And he's probably pretty low because he sucks and his quarterback sucks.
Like literally on these projected points, I can't even find the guy.
But because he's the wide receiver 2 on a
He's-
horrible offense.
67. They're projected him at wide receiver 67.
I don't hate Chase. I just love Bateman.
Hey, here's the bookends around Judy on these projections. Alan Lazard and Deontay Harris.
Whew.
Who?
They're projecting
Is
Judy to
Lazard?
have 54 catches for 783 yards and 2 touchdowns this year.
He
So
will
they're giving
double
Lazard
that.
a shit ton. That's a pretty high projection to be that low and be bookended by those
112 targets.
Huh.
They have Mims above them. Where do they get these projections from?
I'm going to write an article, The Truth About
Fantasy
DJ Moore.
Sharks.
The truth
Truth
about
about DJ
DJ Moore is that he fucking sucks.
He doesn't suck though. He just doesn't score touchdowns.
Yeah, he's only a wide receiver 3. He doesn't suck. I only paid like half a fucking league's worth of assets for him, but he was a wide receiver 3. But it was a high-end 3, so it was worth it.
The
Hey,
problem
DJ
is
Moore 14 on here, and
you got
Deontay
burned by
Johnson
DJ
16.
Moore. It sounds like you paid out the ass for him in one league, and then he hasn't been what you wanted him to be.
I don't have any shares. I don't give a shit.
Then why are you so butthurt that people? Think
No, I
you-
actually have. I think I have a bunch of shares actually, but I got him as a rookie, like late first.
Oh, I got him as a rookie right around the area that Bateman is right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
for sure.
If Bateman turns into what DJ Moore is, I'll be happy with that.
AJ Brown more likely just because of that situation. Everybody dropped him just for that. Same thing with Bateman. Everyone's dropping him just for the situation.
Yeah. Well,
so Corey,
Bateman had 2 wide receivers in the class that everyone had ranked ahead of him, whereas in AJ Brown's class, it was really just Harry, which was a big mistake.
Yeah,
Metcalf too, right?
Akeem Butler.
Well,
was it Metcalf in that class?
I guess I'm just going off what my rankings were, and no one was ahead of AJ Brown. So
he was my one all the way, so I just stuck with it. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Just worked out.
Scott Corey wants to know why you hate Chase. I think he missed your rank earlier.
Don't.
He doesn't hate Chase. He just doesn't. Any wide receiver that takes a year off and then comes in and you're expecting him to be a top 12 wide receiver, it's not happening.
I just don't see it. Yeah, I mean, long term, it's fine, but I wasn't spending a top 5 pick on him.
Corey, Scott's argument isn't that Moore sucks; it's that his stats suck. He's not an elite wide receiver.
Just that he's overvalued.
Yeah, he's overvalued. It's true, but
the community treats him like, there's just these players like every year that, and I get it. It's, it's rookie fever and it's all that. That's fine. But you got to know what somebody is. I mean, how many year 5 breakouts do we have? I mean, a couple. Corey Davis, Devontae Parker, guys like that. It happens. You get that Brandon Lloyd year, like year 8 on the Broncos, like that shit happens. I get it.
Moore's already broken out. I feel like
he's more talented than all of those guys.
But I feel like 1,100 yards is a breakout. Like back-to-back years of 1,100 yards.
Yeah, I agree, but he's not elite, and I don't know why people think he is.
Because he's young and he's like the 5th. He's got the most yards, or he's like the 5th youngest to have X number of yards or something.
It's because he didn't get the targets.
He didn't win anybody anything. He's not a top wide receiver 1. He's not an alpha. So I don't care.
It's the same thing that happened with Juju too. Juju broke out really young and was incredibly young when he came in. And he went nuclear. And then everyone was like, oh, yeah, he's so young and so good. And then he just hasn't done shit since. Well, he's done all right, just not elite level play. So
Juju finished 17th last year, by the way.
I'm not saying that
which was significantly higher than DJ Moore.
He also had significantly better QB play, which is sad considering where Big Ben's at in his career.
And he's only 24.
Yeah, I know. DJ Moore's about the same age.
DJ Moore is also 24. Yeah. But he's older. He just turned 24. So, yeah, he's
like 8 months younger.
Yeah.
Because Moore's birthday's in April. No. When's Moore's birthday?
Yeah, April.
And then Juju's is in September.
November.
Shit. I mix those two up all the time. But, no, if Juju had gone to Kansas City like Elliott really wanted, it would have been great.
Well, and he was supposed to. Like, why would he not go there?
That's a good question.
That was stupid. Like, let me play a year with Ben or let me play a year with Mahomes.
Elliott, I don't even own Juju anymore. So
Scott, do you know the details? I mean, did they offer him something or what happened with that?
Yeah, they did. They did make him an offer. I just think it wasn't – he didn't think it was what he was worth.
No,
so he wanted to prove it here. They wanted his agent wanted him to wait for the cap to rebound post-COVID.
No.
And they think he'll get more.
Yeah, and the Chiefs wouldn't give him a 1-year offer.
Right. It was a multi-year deal.
Yeah, and he went back to Pittsburgh on a 1-year deal just so he could.
I mean, I think the Ravens and the Jets made him an offer too. I get why you'd pass on those two, but the Chiefs. Like, even if it wasn't that much, fuck, who cares?
Elliot, can you just like put a governor on yourself to not post the same message? Like, we get there's gonna be spam of messages, but just one time's enough. We see it. Maybe he's having glitches with his computer and it's not going through, but it comes through 4 times for us.
4?
Yeah, that
This
Juju
came
trade.
through 8 times each.
Only 4 on mine. I guess I got lucky.
Them multiple times. Elliot, to track, Elliot's posting a trade with Juju that me and him made, and he's to track the trades that we make, Elliot. It's going to be really hard because I've already traded Juju. I don't know. I don't remember what I traded him for. But
Yes.
how laggy is
thank you, Steve.
that? Because we already covered what Steve just said.
That's funny.
I think the chat is lagging.
I think we're yeah.
Well, Scott, you're taking a drink right now. I don't have the YouTube pulled up. When you take a drink?
I don't know.
He's taking a drink. That's way behind then. What are you watching now, Ross?
Well, I have it muted, so I can't hear. I gotta do that. What time it? 10:42. Let's see.
Tell me when you can see me doing that.
I'll tell you.
Did you set a stopwatch so you know how far apart it is?
I know. I'm just gonna look at it's 10:42.
10:43. Yeah, 10:43. Yeah.
I'm looking at the
I want to know
count.
to the second. I don't care about how many minutes. I want some precision.
Oh, it's
You
at
get
least a
some
minute
precision.
behind.
No, but seriously, I need to sleep. I'm dying.
How are you dying? What time do you get up?
What do you mean? It's not about when I get up. It's about how fucking tired I am. You know what it's like to not work all day? It's exhausting. I mean, think about it. You don't do anything. So your body's like, oh, fuck, I don't do anything. I'm just tired.
Yeah, I can see that. The more I do, the better I feel. So
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way it's this delayed.
it's this delayed.
Yeah, I mean,
Elliot wants to know if Scott's going to be active in Prime. I can answer that for Scott. He'll be as active as he needs to be to not get kicked out.
Absolutely not.
I don't care if you pay, Scott. I'm kicking you out if you don't respond to me.
Okay.
In the group meet chat, not to a text message. All right, I think we're going to end the chat here, guys.
I think I respond pretty fast to your text within reason.
To the text, you're not bad.
All right, then.
If you were my realtor, it wouldn't be fast enough. But
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm a listing agent, not a buyer's agent.
my agent's both.
Wow, what a loser. Well, there's probably only like 8 of them in Dakota, so I get it.
There he goes. There it is. There it is. You just
Holy
did it, man.
crap. That's at least 2 minutes behind.
Yeah, it's pretty a lot further than I realized that how far behind it was.
That's funny.
He knows who Blair is. He just didn't know his team name.
But now I'm wondering, they're like asking this shit and like, man, they don't even see the chat. And then 2 minutes later, we like talk about it. Maybe it's just my maybe it's just my computer. I don't know.
It could be
No,
your computer.
I don't think so.
No, I think based off the way the chat's going, I think it's
I know there is a delay, like because Russ said there definitely is one, but didn't think it was significant enough to affect, you know.
Yeah, let's not do any more ask the chat and wait for a response.
Well, if Scott needs to go to bed, should we call it a night?
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
probably so.
When are we doing the other one?
Oh, I'm going to take some time for those rankings. It's going to take a lot longer.
Yeah.
36 teams.
This one was
Can't believe
easy
you
because
guys
we have
did
so
that
many
last year.
shitty teams, you know?
It was pretty easy. I just automatically went junior. Okay, 12th. Corey and Cody. Oh, you have picks, so 10th. And then I just put me and Ross at the top, and then everything else I just threw in there. So
Yeah, makes
kidding,
sense.
guys. It's not what I did.
It makes sense.
For anyone that's watching this later on, it's not what I did. It took actual time.
No, you're gonna need to
Actually,
cut off like the last 45 minutes, though.
I think it's more
Probably
than that.
more like an hour.
Yeah.
But,
That's
all right,
fine.
I'm gonna
I think
end
we
the
actually did pretty
broadcast.
good. We went to, we kept it almost close to an hour, I think.